Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these feelings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud, hammer in the air. Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don Mega and obscene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke all the steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Hi, am I on the air?
Well, what is going down, everybody? Welcome back to the greatest entertainment podcast on the interwebs. This is Am I on the Air? Yes, we are on the air, and we are broadcasting live from the Red Dragons radio studios here in Tucson, Arizona. It is Sunday, July the 16th, and we're ready to rock and roll. I'm your host, Don Mega, and I welcome you to the show. It's season 14, episode 16, and tonight's show title is Apes Together Strong. Yes, you know what that means. That means we're reviewing War for the Planet-of-the-Apes, the new #1 movie in America and across most of the world. So welcome everybody once again to our regularly scheduled program here on this Sunday night. You see, we're getting back into a flow now, baby. I appreciate everybody hanging, going through the adjustments this summer as we were kind of sporadic and all over the place. But we've been getting a good trend going here. Every Sunday we've been knocking out some new episodes, getting back to being that regular show that every Sunday night you can check your feed and see that there's a new episode of Am I on the Air ready to go. The latest and greatest in entertainment news is here for you. So, on top of talking about War for the Planet-of-the-Apes tonight, we of course have the big Emmy nominations. A lot of shows, a lot of nominations out there we're going to dive into and talk about who all got nominated for this year's Emmy Awards. And of course, this past weekend was Disney's basically their Comic-Con, which is D23, and a lot of stuff went down over there, and we'll discuss some of the big highlights as well. So, before we get started, I do want to shout out once again, been trying very much to get our YouTube page really kind of up and running and do a lot of special exclusive kind of things that are for just the YouTube page. Now that, I do have a new Red Dragons radio studios and a place to actually sit and record, I've been able to do a little bit more with it. We've had the YouTube page for quite some time, but honestly, all that's ever really been on there, we used to do trailers on there, and then we got some movie studios love to work with us, and some of them did not. And I got a lot of kind of, you need to take this down, and you're not allowed to put this up, even though I gave full credit to the movie studios and appreciated using their trailers. It just became too much to handle, so I stopped doing movie trailers. And then basically the YouTube page was just another place to listen to the podcast. I just put up audio versions of all of the episodes. So I've been thinking, how can I do a little bit more with it? And it kind of all started a couple weeks ago when I did the big spoiler review for Transformers: The Last Night, and then did a couple videos over the last week for Spider-Man. We did a non-spoiler review of Spider-Man Homecoming, and I also put up a big spoiler review. So 2 big videos there, and then this weekend I also threw up a non-spoiler review for War for the Planet-of-the-Apes as well. So if you'd like to check out some of my new videos and actually see some of the new content we're doing, and I hope to do more from there, and maybe even do some video specials of podcast episodes, support it. Please subscribe to our YouTube page. Just go to youtube.com/amiontheair and subscribe so you know what's going down with all of our latest videos that we're popping out. So check out those 2 Spider-Man ones, and check out the new War for the Planet-of-the-Apes one. And I know you're going, well, aren't you about to review that right now? Yes, I am, but it probably won't be as detailed as my video was, because my video I got to prepare for. So they're a little bit different, but I do want to put up spoiler-free ones and spoiler ones. Since we stick spoiler-free on this show, but I still put up quick spoiler-free ones as well. And then, of course, full-on spoiler ones where we can get into the nitty and gritty of it. And that was definitely the Spider-Man Homecoming one was awesome for you guys to get into. It's really nice to be able to sit down and break down a movie in its full glory, especially something like a Spider-Man Homecoming, which is just incredible. So we had a great time doing that spoiler review for you. So check out the YouTube page. I'll probably... Now, some people, like I got requests with the Transformers one, were saying, put it in podcast form. So, with the spoiler reviews, I probably will upload an audio version as an Am I Still on the Air? But I would like some of this stuff to be exclusive for the YouTube page. So, definitely please subscribe, check that out. And another new app I want to shout out is an app called Stardust. Stardust is a new app that just got released, which allows people to do a reaction or short review for movies and TV shows. It's about a 30-second time frame that it gives you, so you really got to bust out your review pretty quick. But it's actually a lot of fun, and so if you're looking for a really quick way and really quick review from me, download the Stardust app and search for me. I'm on Stardust as Don Mega, DonMega. So just search for me. You should be able to find me on there. I already put up a ton of reviews, everything from the summertime, and then I'm working on some back catalog stuff right now as well. So look for it on there. We got a War for the Planet-of-the-Apes one on there. We got Spider-Man. We got Wonder Woman. We got pretty much everything that's out right now. I have some reviews on the Stardust app for you. So I really love it. It's a little bit addicting. And hey, if you like to review movies yourself as well, jump on there. You can be your own reviewer and follow me. I will try to follow you back. So let's support each other as film fans. So there's a little bit of cross promotion there, kind of just a shout out. Check out the YouTube page, check out the Stardust app, and follow along. All right, and with that all being said and out the way, as we always do here in the beginning, is we review the latest movie to drop, and this is War for the Planet-of-the-Apes. This is the third film in the Apes now so-called trilogy. We basically started with Rise for the Planet of the Apes, and then went to Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and then now War. I'll tell you, man, there's a lot of people that are diehard fans of the original kind of Apes series. I never cared for it. I remember back in 2000 now, when Tim Burton released his reboot with Mark Wahlberg. I remember watching that one in the theater and being like, oh, that was pretty cool. But I've tried to watch it since, and I don't like it at all. I just don't. I can't get into it. So I don't know what I saw back in the day with it. So when Rise was coming out, and it was with James Franco, and I was like, it looks cool, but I didn't really expect much. It came out in August, which usually August is like the end of the summer. They're just kind of throwing out some leftover stuff, right? And I went and checked out Rise, and I absolutely loved it. It was a 5-star movie, just loved it from start to finish. And I fell in love with this little ape named Caesar, this little cute little baby ape that James Franco took home, and had this heightened intelligence, and it was such a cool movie, man. And Caesar takes off at the end of that film, and then we fast forward several years to Dawn, where the virus has taken over and a lot of humanity is now gone, and this war is breaking out between the two sides. And number 2, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, was just an incredible film, right up there on par with the first one. And then now we're getting the third one, and everybody's starting to go, man, could this be one of the great trilogies of our times? And I'll tell you, it is. War for the Planet of the Apes is incredible on so many levels. One, just visually. You literally, just throughout the whole movie, you forget that this is literally dude in mocap suits walking around pretending to be monkeys. It's insane. You believe that there are talking apes out there. And that is something, right? That is something. And it just blows your mind, man. And it blows your mind and how much of dicks the humans are in these films. Woody Harrelson is the leader of the villain kind of military crew in this one that's going after Caesar and his guys. and you just hate them, and you're rooting for these apes the whole time. And this movie just kills it on so many levels. And this is one that I definitely am thinking about doing a spoiler video on, because there's a lot I want to get into, but can't do it in a spoiler-free review. All I can say here is that there's some great stuff here. Andy Serkis does definitely deserve an Oscar for his portrayal of Caesar. He just kills it in every single film, and he continued to do it in this one. On top of that, you have Woody Harrelson, which, like I said, was an amazing villain. Steve Zahn plays a new character named Bad Ape, who's just incredible in this. All the supporting characters. There's a little girl in this, and I'm sorry, I don't know her name. She doesn't speak in the film, but she plays a character named Nova, and she's incredible in the movie as well, just by her eyes and her actions in the film. This thing kills it on so many levels. My only gripe with this film is that it's called War for the Planet of the Apes, because there's not really a war. There's a little moment of war, and it's not even really between the apes and the military. You feel like that's what's coming, especially after the second film. They make that distress call, and all the ships are coming in, and you think like this big war is about to break out. That never quite happens in this film. So I'm a little disappointed by that. And if you've seen some of the marketing, there's a poster for this movie that has literally Caesar on a horse, and all the apes are behind him, and then there's all the humans on the other side, like they're about to go head to head. That is not in the movie. It never happens in the movie. Nothing even remotely like that happens in the movie. So there's not much of a war. This movie very much is a drama. And nothing wrong with that, because I thought it was still incredible. So, I initially was going to just go 5 out of 5 on this one. I settled on 4.5 out of 5. Just because I didn't like the misleading kind of title. I wish they would have named the film something else. And I know it might be silly to kind of dock the film for that, but I'm only docking it 0.5 star. This is an incredible film. I still think it's one of the best of the year, and I think this really wraps up an incredible trilogy. I can't wait to sit down when this one hits Blu-ray and maybe watch all 3 back to back. There was a little marathon that they did the other day, and I unfortunately didn't get a chance to go to it, and now I wish I would have, because it would have been really cool to see all 3 on the big screen again back to back. But definitely go check it out, especially if you're a fan of the other 2. You will love this one. War for the Planet of the Apes is incredible. I highly recommend it. 4.5 out of 5 Don Megas. Alright? So there's your review of the week for War. Now, let's get into the news of the week and get you guys caught up. Production has officially begun on the new X-Men spin-off film, The New Mutants. Josh Boone is directing this film, and it's supposed to have a horror vibe for X-Men, so it's going to be very interesting to see a completely different take on an X-Men series. But New Mutants is currently filming, so is X-Men The Dark Phoenix. So we got 2 X-Men films in production right now. Technically we have 3, because Deadpool 2 is currently filming as well. So lots of good stuff going all the way around here for the X-Men universe. BoJack Horseman, yes, the cartoon that is on Netflix and voiced by Will Arnett. It returns this September. Now, this is a show that a lot of people have told me is super funny. I haven't had a chance to get into it yet, but I definitely look forward to it. So, for those of you that are fans already, BoJack Horseman returns this September. Well, the new Pennywise the Clown from the upcoming It remake, Bill Skarsgård, is going to remain in the Stephen King universe, as he's just joined the cast of Stephen King and Bad Robot's new show, Castle Rock, that's coming to Hulu. Now, they're saying he's not going to be playing Pennywise in the new film, in the new TV show, but he is going to be a part of the cast, so that's pretty cool to see that they're kind of hanging on to that. JJ Soria has just joined Crackle's new show, The Oath, and he'll join up with Sean Bean, Ryan Quatman, Katrina Law as well, and they're currently filming that right now. Jennifer Jason Leigh and Hugo Weaving are joining Benedict Cumberbatch in the new Showtime show Patrick Melrose. We have the new trailer for A Family Man starring Gerard Butler and Alison Brie. Looks like a pretty decent little heartwarming movie there. Moonlight director Barry Jenkins will next adapt James Baldwin's acclaimed 1974 novel If Beale Street Could Talk. So that'll be his next project there. Woody Harrelson has stated that the new young Han Solo movie, which we know just switched directors, is in very capable hands. As we know, Ron Howard jumped on and he's finishing up the story that Phil Lord and Chris Miller started. So good to hear Woody saying some good things there about the switch up. So we have full casting for the New Warriors. And for those of you that are like, what the hell is the New Warriors? It is a Marvel show that is actually going to be coming on to the Freeform network. So it makes me a little bit worried that this is on Freeform, but you know what? I'll check it out because it is Marvel. New Warriors is going to be led by Doreen Green, aka Squirrel Girl, and she's been cast by Milana Vaintrub is going to be playing Squirrel Girl. She is from This Is Us, and she's also widely known to most people as the AT&T girl from the commercials. Honestly, I think she's great, and I think she's going to be an awesome Squirrel Girl, so great casting there. Mr. Immortal, who's Craig Hollis in real life, he's going to be played by Derek Thaler from Baby Daddy and Shark Killer. And then also joining them is going to be Jeremy Tardy, from Dear White People. He's going to be playing Dwayne Taylor, aka Night Thrasher. Caleb Worthy from Austin and Alley, playing Robbie Baldwin / Speedball. Matthew Moy from Two Broke Girls as Zach Smith, aka Microbe. And Kate Comer from The Comeback as Deborah Fields, aka Debris. So Marvel's New Warriors is about 6 young people with powers living and working together. With powers and abilities on the opposite end of the spectrum of the Avengers, the New Warriors want to make a difference in the world, even if the world isn't ready. Not quite super, not yet heroes, Marvel's New Warriors is about that time in your life when you first enter adulthood and feel like you could do everything and nothing at once. Except in this world, bad guys can be as terrifying as bad dates. So there you go. That is the wrap up for New Warriors coming to the Freeform network. So I'm excited. I'll check it out. I'm just, like I said, I'm a little bummed that it's on Freeform, but I think it's some good casting there, and I'm anxious to see what they do with it. Last week with John Oliver. John Oliver himself has just been added to Jon Favreau's new Lion King remake, live-action remake, and he's going to be voicing Zazu. American Horror Story Season 7 has announced that Twisty the Clown is coming back for Season 7. Remember that creepy-ass clown from the Freak Show season? He's coming back. Christopher Nolan says that he is working on a 4K remaster of the entire Dark Knight trilogy, so that's pretty awesome there. Good stuff there. Christina Hendricks has been cast in a new NBC drama called Good Girls. So, pretty cool addition there. I love Christina Hendricks. I was like, I just totally spaced her name there for a second. So chalk this one up under rumor mode for now. But the rumor going around is that Wonder Woman 2 will take place in the 80s during the Cold War, or at the very end of the Cold War. And supposedly Chris Pine is returning. So, yeah. A couple, okay. Alright. I mean, Chris Pine was great in the first one, but if you've seen the first movie, you're kind of probably wondering, how's he coming back? That's my question. And the Cold War, you know, I was really hoping that for Wonder Woman 2, they were going to actually set this in present day. It looks like they're going to kind of try to keep the, you know, tie-ins with fighting wars and stuff like that. So, I don't know how that really fits in with the mythology, though, because she says in Batman v Superman that a long time ago she walked away, which makes sense with the World War I setting, but I don't know about the 80s. It's not really all that long ago. But supposedly that's the rumor. Take it for what it is. Nothing is confirmed by DC. Patty Jenkins is still in negotiations to direct, and they're still writing the script for this. So we'll let you know when something is confirmed. We have Everything Wrong with the Planet of the Apes. This is the original 1968 version. We have the honest trailer for Fate of the Furious, which is now available on DVD and Blu-ray. And if you get the Blu-ray, you get a code for a director's cut, which is awesome. It's about 15 minutes longer, so definitely check that out. Spider-Man on the PS4 is going to have an open world, and they're saying that open world is several times larger than Sunset Overdrive, which is a pretty big open world, so look for that. Stranger Things Season 2. Yes, everybody's been waiting to find out what is going on with Stranger Things in Season 2. Now, we put up a new poster that came out, and now Netflix has confirmed that the second season will hit the streaming service on October 27th, just in time for Halloween. So, very, very cool there. I'm excited. Stranger Things was one of those, phenomenons that kind of came out. Everybody loved it, and I can't wait to see where they go with it next. So, look for that October 27th. Production has officially wrapped on Rampage, the new adaptation starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Naomi Harris, which I can't wait for. It comes out next year, so glad to see they've wrapped that up. The L Word. Remember, that was a show on Showtime there for quite some time, and it is officially coming back as the L World. Why do I want to keep saying world? The L Word sequel is in the works over at Showtime. They're looking to do a revival and bring this thing back. So we're in the age of revivals right now, so why not? Charlize Theron says that she'd love to make a Furiosa prequel, and I think we would all like that as well. Michael C. Hall, that's my boy Dexter right there. Unfortunately, I'm not saying Dexter's coming back, which is the article that I'd really want to read to you guys. But Michael C. Hall is set to star in a new Netflix drama that's going to be coming out called Safe. And it'll be a thriller set in a picturesque gated community. Don't know much else about it, but hey, I'll check it out. It's Netflix. It's Michael C. Hall. I'm sure it's going to be something pretty damn cool. CBS has announced plans for a Michael Jackson's Halloween, which will be a 1-hour animated special set entirely to the King of Pop's music. It'll be airing on CBS. They announced that Lucy Liu is going to direct the season 2 premiere of Marvel's Luke Cage for Netflix, which is pretty awesome. So very cool there. Outlander season 3 is on its way. We have your first look at Evangeline Lilly's Wasp outfit from the upcoming Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. You could take a look at what that looks like. We have the trailer and poster for the Goon sequel. Yes, remember there was a little hockey movie that came out a couple years ago with Sean William Scott? Well, they made a sequel, and it's called Goon, Last of the Enforcers. And it's coming out September 1st, and you can check out that trailer right now. Chaos Walking is coming out soon, and that is going to be Doug Liman's next film, and it's starring Tom Holland, Spider-Man himself, and Rey from Star Wars, Daisy Ridley. So great team up here. It's a YA adaptation, and I'm looking forward to that one there. Leftovers star Katja Herbers has just joined season 2 for Westworld. James Gunn has directed a David Hasselhoff music video that's going to be on the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 DVD and Blu-ray. Netflix is set to adapt the comic book series The Umbrella Academy. We reported on this a couple weeks ago as a rumor, but is now official that Netflix will be doing a live action adaptation of the popular comic book series from Gerard Way, The Umbrella Academy. Expect more Captain America PSAs on the Spider-Man Homecoming Blu-ray. So that's awesome, because that was some of the funniest stuff in Homecoming. George Lendenborg Jr. has joined the cast of the Transformers Bumblebee spinoff. The History Channel show 6 is getting ready to wrap up, or get ready to go on with season 2, and Olivia Munn has just joined the cast. She'll be playing Gina, who is said to be a smart and ruthless CIA operative. Quentin Tarantino's next film may revolve around the Manson family murders, so that's pretty interesting for Quentin Tarantino to do. This is just in rumor mode right now, nothing confirmed, but this is looking pretty likely here. I'm hearing rumors about Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, Jennifer Lawrence, all being a part of the cast as well. Speaking of Margot Robbie, they're looking to still get going on Suicide Squad 2, and it looks like they may have found their director, Juan Colette Serra, who most recently directed The Shallows last year with Blake Lively, the shark movie. He also directed Orphan, Nonstop, and a bunch of other Liam Neeson movies. He supposedly is the front runner for Warner Brothers to direct Suicide Squad 2, which they're trying to start filming early next year if it gets going. Akiva Goldsman is heading over to Paramount Pictures, and he is jumping straight into work on a video game adaptation for Rainbow Six, and supposedly Ryan Reynolds is in head negotiations to take that one going. Curb Your Enthusiasm Season 9 finally has a premiere date, and it will be coming out on October 10th. I know a lot of people have been waiting for that one, so now they know it is coming and when it's coming, and I think that's getting a lot of people pretty stoked. I was never a big guy on Curb Your Enthusiasm, but I know a lot of people are, so there you go. George R.R. Martin is developing a new show called Who Fears Death, and that will also be coming out on HBO. Shocker, shocker there. A Steven Spielberg documentary is heading to HBO this October. It'll air on actually Saturday, October 7th. Renee Zellweger, Common, have also joined up with Isabella Rossellini, Common, I already said Common, Simon Baker, Taylor Kinney, and Gus Burney. They also joined up with Sarah Jessica Parker for a new romance movie called Best Day of My Life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. I bet you that's in the trailer. My life. I'm just taking a wild guess there, right? We got a ton of pictures and posters and all kinds of stuff for Black Panther. Yes, Entertainment Weekly came through with their Comic-Con preview issue, and it's all about Black Panther, man. You get to see Chadwick Boseman, you see Michael B. Jordan, you see the whole cast here. A ton of pictures of the suit, of Wakanda, of all of the cool characters in this thing from top to bottom, man. All kinds, over 20 new images for this movie, which just looks so incredible. So if you want to see some really cool stuff for Black Panther, definitely go check out those articles there that we posted. Michael Bay says that Shia LaBeouf can come back to Transformers if he stays out of jail. So there you go, Shia. Watch out for that. Watch out for that. The new show Claws has been renewed for a second season over at TNT, because TNT knows drama and comedy. Martin Scorsese is putting the band back together as Joe Pesci and Harvey Keitel have officially joined Al Pacino for his next movie, The Irishman, which looks like it's going to be coming to Netflix. So that'll be very interesting there. Director David Ayer was set to direct the Scarface remake, and now he said peace out, or maybe the studio said peace out. There's been some conflicting things that have been coming out. Some articles say that he's departed due to just scheduling conflicts, and then others say that the studio was not happy with his script and said that he actually went too dark for the movie that they wanted to make. How do you make a too dark Scarface movie? I don't know, but I think it's a pretty silly move to get rid of David Ayer because he's an awesome director. But yeah, it's unfortunate because he's also the second director that's been on this project after Antoine Fuqua dropped out earlier this year. Blake Lively is set to star in a new espionage thriller called The Rhythm Section, and it's going to be coming from James Bond producers, so that's pretty cool there. That'll be something pretty interesting. Negasonic Teenage Warhead from the Deadpool movie. She's going to be joining up and added to the cast for The Exorcist Season 2 coming to Fox. So there you go. You can check her out on that. Twilight star Leah Gibson has reportedly joined Jessica Jones Season 2. Although she's supposedly has been cast as Ingrid in the second season. So I don't know who Ingrid is, but we'll see what happens. Christopher Nolan says that he would definitely like to direct a James Bond film one day. He's very interested, so that's pretty awesome. I think that they should jump on that, right? Matt Reeves, of course, director of the #1 movie, War for the Planet-of-the-Apes, that's out right now. He's getting set to start working on the new Batman film that he signed on to several months ago. And it's now been officially revealed. Matt Reeves has confirmed that they will be starting all over again and are not using the script that Ben Affleck and Jeff Johns put together for the movie when Ben Affleck was going to direct. I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest. I'm sure that Ben Affleck and Jeff Johns put a really cool script together, and the fact that they're just kind of scrapping it and starting over doesn't quite make sense to me. And who I really feel bad for is Joe Manganiello, because he was supposed to play Deathstroke, and now they're saying they're not even sure if he's going to be included in the new script, and that kind of sucks, because I was looking forward to him being Deathstroke. So we'll see. I believe in Matt Reeves, and I know he'll put together a good script and a good movie. I'm just a little bummed that they're not using the Ben Affleck one. The Mamma Mia sequel has just casted Lily James from Cinderella and Baby Driver. She's going to star in the sequel, and she's supposed to be playing young Donna in the upcoming sequel, as there will be flashbacks in that. We have Everything Wrong with Beauty and the Beast, and that's from the live-action movie from a couple months ago. Legendary Pictures has plans to adapt the popular book Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. So I don't know how they're going to turn that into a movie, but alright. Rachel Crow is in talks for a key role in the Bumblebee movie. Let's see here. We got an article up with Chris Williams talking about Black Lightning in the upcoming CW series. And like I said earlier at the top of the show, the Emmys were announced, and the Emmy Awards are going to be hosted by Stephen Colbert, and they'll air live from the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles on Sunday, September 17th at 5 p.m. on CBS. So I'm going to run down the nominations here and give my quick take and pick, if it was up to me, if I got one. Because some of these categories, I'm like, I don't watch any of this shit. But up first is for drama series. You have Better Call Saul, The Crown, The Handmaid's Tale, House of Cards, Stranger Things, This Is Us, and Westworld. This is a rough one, man. I love Westworld, I love This Is Us, and of course Stranger Things. So those are my three big picks. If I had to pick one out of those, I'd probably go Stranger Things. Comedy series, you got Atlanta, Blackish, Master of None, Modern Family, Silicon Valley, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and Veep. If I had to go with a comedy series now, I'll just tell you, I watch Blackish, Master of None, Modern Family, Silicon Valley, and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. So I watch a good handful of these. I'd probably go Modern Family because they're just so consistently funny. But Master of None is incredible with Aziz Ansari. Blackish is so funny. Silicon Valley is awesome, and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is just such a fun little show to get into. So it's hard, man. It's hard to pick one. Drama actress, Viola Davis for How to Get Away with Murder, Claire Foy for The Crown, Elizabeth Moss for The Handmaid's Tale, Kerry Russell for The Americans, Evan Rachel Wood for Westworld, and Robin Wright for House of Cards. I will go with Evan Rachel Wood for Westworld right now. Drama actor, Sterling K. Brown for This Is Us, Anthony Hopkins, Westworld, Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul, Matthew Reyes for The Americans, Liev Schreiber for Ray Donovan, Kevin Spacey for House of Cards, and Milo Ventimiglia for This Is Us. This is another rough one, man. But if I had to pick one, I would go with Sterling K. Brown for This Is Us. He is just incredible on that show. Milo's great as well. I love Liev Schreiber. Been a big fan of Ray Donovan for years. Anthony Hopkins was great in Westworld. But when it comes down to drama actor, I'm going to have to roll with Sterling K. Brown. Comedy actor, Anthony Anderson for Blackish, Aziz Ansari for Master of None, Zach Galifianakis for Baskets, Donald Glover for Atlanta, William H. Macy for Shameless, and Jeffrey Tambor for Transparent. Out of these, I would probably go in Aziz for Master of None or Anthony Anderson for Blackish. Comedy actress, Pamela Adlon for Better Things, Tracy Ellis Ross for Blackish, Jane Fonda for Grace and Frankie, Lily Tomlin for Grace and Frankie, Allison Janney for Mom, Ellie Kemper for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus for Veep. Now, I'm going to guess Julia Louis-Dreyfus for Veep is going to win just because she wins every year, but if it was up to me, I think the best picks are Ellie Kemper for Kimmy Schmidt, Allison Janney is great in Mom, and of course Tracy Ellis Ross is always awesome in Blackish. Limited series, Big Little Lies, Fargo, Feud, Betty and Joan, The Night Of, and Genius. I would go with The Night Of on this one. If you didn't see The Night Of over on HBO, it was a limited series show. It was incredible. Definitely check that out. I did really enjoy Big Little Lies too, but The Night Of was just very special. Limited series actor Riz Ahmed for The Night Of, Benedict Cumberbatch for Sherlock, Robert De Niro for The Wizard of Lies, Ewan McGregor for Fargo, Jeffrey Rush for Genius, and John Turturro for The Night Of. If I had to pick one out of this, I would go Riz Ahmed for The Night Of. He was awesome. Limited series actress Carrie Coon for Fargo, Felicity Huffman, American Crime, Nicole Kidman, Big Little Lies, Reese Witherspoon, Big Little Lies, Jessica Lange, Feud, and Susan Sarandon, Feud. I'd probably go Nicole Kidman for Big Little Lies on this one. She had to deal with a lot in that show. Jesus. Supporting actor in a drama series, John Lithgow for The Crown, Jonathan Banks for Better Call Saul, Mandy Patinkin for Homeland, Michael Kelly for House of Cards, David Harbour for Stranger Things, Ron Cephas-Jones for This Is Us, and Jeffrey Wright for Westworld. This one's rough too, man. Mandy Patinkin's always great in Homeland. David Harbour's awesome in Stranger Things. Jeffrey Wright was great in Westworld, but I'd probably go with Ron Cephas-Jones for This Is Us, man. This dude was just incredible every time he was on the screen. Supporting actress in a drama series, Ann Dowd for The Handmaid's Tale, Samira Wiley for The Handmaid's Tale, Uza Aduba for Orange is the New Black, Millie Bobby Brown for Stranger Things, Chrissy Metz for This Is Us, and Thandie Newton for Westworld. Whew, this is rough, man. I'm going to go with Millie Bobby Brown for Stranger Things. For those of you who don't know, this is the little girl that plays 11. She was incredible. But, you know, Chrissy Metz is great in This Is Us. Thandie Newton was incredible on Westworld. But I would go with Millie Bobby Brown on this one. Supporting actor in a comedy series, you got Alec Baldwin for SNL, Louis Anderson for Baskets, Ty Burrell for Modern Family, Titus Burgess for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Tony Hale for Veep, and Matt Walsh for Veep. So there's another one, man. Alec Baldwin, of course, killed it as Donald Trump all season long on SNL, so you can see why he got nominated. Ty Burrell is always funny on Modern Family. If I had to pick, though, this year, I'm going to go with Titus Burgess for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. He was the best thing about season 3 and just killed it. So, yes, give this man an Oscar or an Emmy right now. Supporting actress in a comedy series, you got Kate McKinnon for SNL, Vanessa Bayer for SNL, Leslie Jones for SNL, Anna Klumsky for Veep, Judith Light for Transparent, and Kathryn Hahn for Transparent. I would go Kate McKinnon for SNL. Variety talk series, Full Frontal with Samantha Bee, Jimmy Kimmel Live, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, The Late Late Show with James Corden, Real Time with Bill Maher, and The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. I would go with The Late Late Show with James Corden on this one. Reality competition, The Amazing Race, American Ninja Warrior, Project Runway, RuPaul's Drag Race, Top Chef, and The Voice. I would go with The Voice out of those. Television movie, Black Mirror, San Junipero, Dolly Parton's Christmas of Many Colors, Circle of Love, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, Sherlock, The Lying Detective, and The Wizard of Lies. Honestly, the only one I saw out of these was Black Mirror, and I love Black Mirror, so I would go with that one. Variety sketch series, Billy on the Street, Documentary Now, Drunk History, Portlandia, SNL, and Tracy Ullman Show. I'd probably have to go with SNL just overall, but I do love Billy on the Street. So check out Billy on the Street if you haven't seen that yet. So glad to see him get a nom. Structured reality show, Antique Roadshow, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, Fixer Upper, Lip Sync Battle, Shark Tank, and Who Do You Think You Are? Now, I love Lip Sync Battle, but my heart is always going to go with Shark Tank because that show is awesome and always deserves to win. Unstructured reality program, Born This Way, Deadliest Catch, Gaycation with Ellen Page, Intervention, RuPaul's Drag Race, and United States Shades of America with Camille Bell. I don't watch any of these, so I can't give my opinion. Host for reality or reality competition program, Alec Baldwin for The Match Game, W. Kamau Bell for the United Shades of America, RuPaul Charles for RuPaul's Drag Race, Heidi Klum and Tim Gunn for Project Runway, Gordon Ramsay for MasterChef Junior, and Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg for Martha and Snoop's Potluck Dinner Party. I'm going to have to go with Gordon Ramsay on this one. He's always awesome. Supporting actor in a limited series or movie, Bill Camp for The Night Of, Alfred Molina for Feud, Alexander Skarsgård, Big Little Lies, David Thewlis for Fargo, Stanley Tucci for Feud, and Michael K. Williams for The Night Of. I would go with Michael K. Williams for The Night Of on this. Supporting actress in a limited series or movie, Judy Davis for Feud, Laura Dern for Big Little Lies, Jackie Hoffman for Feud, Regina King for American Crime, Michelle Pfeiffer for Wizard of Lies, and Shailene Woodley for Big Little Lies. I would go with Shailene Woodley on this one. I'm going to skip some of the directing stuff, some of these odd ones, just for time purposes. Writing, directing, guest actor, guest actress, stuff like that, voiceover, animated program, Archer, Bob's Burgers, Elena and the Secret of Avalor, The Simpsons, and South Park. I always got to go South Park on that. Production, casting, cinematography, commercial, contemporary costumes, single camera. Alright, we're getting into editing. So that's pretty much going to be all your main categories. Now, if you are wanting to see the full entire list, don't worry. We, of course, posted all of this on the Twitter and the Facebook page, so you can see a complete breakdown of all of the categories. Alright, so that being said, let's get back to the news. We got another trailer, this time for a new action thriller called Pilgrimage, and it's starring Spider-Man himself once again, Tom Holland. This kid is just popping up everywhere right now. So, yeah, we got a new poster, or a new picture from Justice League with The Flash, Batman, and Wonder Woman, which just looks awesome. Redbox has inked a new deal with Fox for a really quick turnaround on DVD kiosk rentals for their Redbox, which is pretty awesome there for people that still Redbox. The new Predator movie that's coming out, Keegan-Michael Key is in it, and he says fans of the film are going to be very pleasantly surprised when they see the new movie. He says it's not a sequel, and that but it certainly lives in the universe of the 5 films that were made. So, pretty interesting how it's in the universe, but it's not a sequel. I don't really get it. We have a first look at the new Jigsaw movie, which is the next installment in the Saw saga, so you can check that out if you're interested. We have the brand new trailer for The Layover, starring Alexandra Daddario and Kate Upton. So take my money now, because this looks like the shittiest movie ever, but with those 2 girls leading it, yes please. Let's see here. Hold up. Gotta love when the kids are running around. My daughter wants to come in my office very badly. We have a bunch of first looks for the new show The Gifted, which is the X-Men TV series that's coming out. You can check out some motion posters and stuff. We also have your first look at the new Black Canary. You can see Juliana Harkov in her costume for the new season, which she, kind of took the role on last season but never suited up. Now she's suited up, and we got your first look at it, and she looks pretty damn incredible as Black Canary. Kristen Bell and Kelsey Grammer are in talks for a new show called Like Father, and that's going to be coming over to Netflix. Ray Romano is joining Martin Scorsese in The Irishman, so The Irishman, man, is ramping up big time there with some casting. R.L. Stein's book Fear Street is also set to become a film series over at 20th Century Fox. They're working on that one now. Linda Carter says that she's been discussing doing a possible Wonder Woman sequel, cameo in the sequel, so that would be awesome. I'd love to see Linda Carter pop up on that. The Mummy, yes, the new Tom Cruise reboot, is coming to digital on August 22nd and 4K Blu-ray and DVD on demand on September 12th. Yeah. I thought The Mummy was pretty good, so people need to stop hating. We have the second official trailer for Naked, which is the new Marlon Wayans Netflix comedy that's coming out. I don't know when this thing's officially dropping, but because I know he has a new NBC show coming out here soon, so pretty cool he's going to have that and this Netflix show, but check out that trailer if you're interested. We got some set photos of X-Men the Dark Phoenix, which is now currently filming, and you can see Cyclops' new visor. And some very sad news, a Walking Dead stuntman has passed away after a serious onset injury. John Bernicker was 33 years old. He died in the hospital on Wednesday after he did a stunt and missed the padding on a fall. Very, very sad. Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales. Sales to digital HD and Ultra K and Blu-ray this September and October. Sigourney Weaver explains why there are 4 Avatar sequels. She says, you know what, there was a lot of story to tell in the first one, and you ain't seen nothing yet after this, so there's a lot to build up to Avatar 2, 3, and 4, so you're going to have to check those out. We got some new posters put up for The Punisher and The Defenders, which are the new Comic-Con posters, so check that out. Netflix has revealed that Narcos Season 3 is coming, so look for that. They put up an announcement trailer the other day. We also got some first look photos of Steven Spielberg's new Ready Player One movie. We have the first trailer for Bushwick, which stars Dave Bautista and Brittany Snow. Looks pretty interesting. Looks kind of like The Purge, to be honest. Supposedly it's official, and the Jersey Shore cast is coming back together on TV, as they're going to be doing a reunion here. We found out over at the D23 Expo that The Incredibles 2 is going to take place right after the original film, so that's pretty cool there. We got some really cool gallery pictures up of all the Marvel and Disney stuff from D23, things from Thanos and Star Wars and Thor and Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War. Definitely check it out. Speaking of Infinity War, Avengers Infinity War has wrapped filming for the first movie. They're going to take a couple weeks off, and then they're going to start right on the second one. So, yeah, they're pretty much filming those back-to-back. So, it's going to be interesting. We have the first official trailer for a new comedy movie called Killing Hasselhoff. I have no idea what this thing's about, but it's a real thing. We got the trailer for Planetarium, starring Natalie Portman. We got a really cool poster up for Thor Ragnarok that was at D23. Looks awesome there with Thor and Hulk fighting. The Russo brothers, who are the directors of Avengers Infinity War, are teaming with Fargo and Walking Dead creators on a new FX network series. So that'll be pretty interesting. We found out that there's going to be a new Wreck-It Ralph 2 character revealed, as Taraji P. Henson is voicing, yes, a Buzzaholic employee. So that's okay. Lots of news coming out from Wreck-It Ralph 2, as they said they saw Star Wars stuff, C-3PO, and Disney princesses. Yes, a bunch of the Disney princesses are in Wreck-It Ralph 2. And all of the original voices are voicing the princesses, which is really cool. Jodie Benson, Paige O'Hara, Linda Larkin, Irene Bedard, Anika Noni Rose, Kelly MacDonald, Kristen Bell, and Ali Cravalho, all voicing their characters in Wreck-It Ralph 2, which is pretty damn awesome there. Josh Cooley is now the director of Toy Story 4, so as John Lasseter announced at D23. Martin Scorsese's next film is going to be Killers of the Flower Moon, and he'll be doing that with Leonardo DiCaprio, of course, because that's his go-to guy. Guardians of the Galaxy will return for a 3rd season of the animated series that'll be coming out here soon. Pixar announces a new original suburban fantasy movie. Doesn't have a title yet, but that's what they're making next, so Pixar just teasing people. They dropped the very first trailer for A Wrinkle in Time, which is the new movie directed by Ava DuVernay, and it stars Chris Pine, Reese Witherspoon, Mindy Kaling, and of course Oprah Winfrey. So check that one out. Rumor has it, and I'm going to put it as a rumor right now, there was a bunch of news dropping over the weekend because of D23, and several sources say that Hugh Jackman has been cast as Scar in the Lion King remake. That was going around all weekend, and then last night some people started to debunk it and said that's not true. He is not Scar in the Lion King. So I don't, I guess, have official confirmation yet. So I'm going to leave it as a rumor at this point. But we should hopefully have some clarification here in the next couple days. So always keep an eye on our Twitter and Facebook page. So Hugh Jackman may or may not be Scar in the Lion King remake. We did find out some casting news for the live-action Aladdin film. It will be directed by Guy Ritchie, And Mena Massoud is going to be Aladdin. Naomi Scott, who is the Pink Ranger in the new Power Rangers film, she's going to be playing Jasmine. And Will Smith is confirmed to be the genie. So there you go. That's the live action Aladdin remake. All official. What also became official was the 2019 remake of Dumbo is going on with Tim Burton, and it will reunite Tim Burton with Michael Keaton. It also is going to star Colin Farrell as well, so that's pretty cool there. Eva Green is going to be a part of that cast, and Danny DeVito, so there's a double Batman reuniting there. We have a pretty cool Star Wars The Last Jedi back making of kind of video that we put up, so you can check that out. They actually screened that at D23, and they did release it online, so you can check that out there. They showed a trailer for Avengers Infinity War. And I'll break it down for you guys. Now, unfortunately, this is not released online, and that really sucks, because I want to watch this thing so bad, because everybody that saw it at D23 said it was incredible. So consider this a spoiler warning if you don't want to know anything about Infinity War, but most of the people listening to the show do. But this is a trailer, so we're going to report on what was seen in the trailer. So the Infinity War trailer opens up with the Guardians of the Galaxy flying through space on the Milano, and Mantis says, "We are arriving," and Star-Lord responds, "They need to put on their mean faces." It's unclear what drew them to the location, whether a signal or otherwise, but they're flying through the wreckage in space at this location, and a body bumps into the ship's windshield. They bring the body into the ship, and it's Thor. Considering Thor's reaction to the Guardians upon waking up, he says, "Who the hell are you guys?" It's clear this is the first meeting between the Avengers and the Guardians. It could be that the end of Thor Ragnarok sets up whatever causes Thor to be stranded out in space. Notably absent from the trailer is any sign of Hulk, despite Mark Ruffalo being on stage with the rest of the cast prior to the trailer being shown. It's likely that something occurs in Thor Ragnarok that, if he's shown in the trailer, might be a spoiler for the Thor film. The rest of the trailer showed the Guardians actively working with the Avengers, and the bulk of the latter half of the footage showed them fighting Thanos directly. One showdown involved Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Star-Lord, and others had them fighting against Thanos on what it looked like to be a wrecked Asgard or some other kind of planet among the realms. At the end of the footage, Thanos curls his fist and causes a planet behind them to explode, and then he hurls the destroyed pieces down through the atmosphere at the people that he's fighting. To say the footage is epic is an understatement. You know what? And I've actually read a more detailed thing here than what they're even saying. That, you know, it does show Spider-Man in it. It shows, you know, what Spider-Man's wearing. Homecomer, spoiler alert. You know, you see just so much going on. Shots of Captain America, they said, who now has a beard. Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow with blonde hair. Black Panther, you know, Ant-Man. I mean, all kinds of stuff going on in this thing. Gamora. It just sounds so incredible that they have this many people in this movie. It still blows my mind. So you can read a full description of everything else we got going. Once again from D23, all new, really cool Star Wars Last Jedi posters, all kinds of stuff. Definitely check out. Just look at our Twitter page, man. We put up a ton of stuff from D23 over the weekend. Mark Ruffalo explains that there won't be another Hulk standalone film. He says it's still a rights issue with Universal Pictures, and he says they don't want to play nice with Marvel, so they're just not going to do it, and that's very, very unfortunate, for sure. It was also confirmed at D23 that Thanos' Black Order are going to be villains in the Avengers Infinity War films as well, that all 4 members of Thanos' Black Order are going to be there. We posted a really cool D23 poster of Thanos. It's up on our Instagram and Twitter, by the way. And remember, if you're not following us on Instagram, do that. What are you waiting for? Let me see here. D23 was popping. Got to get to that thing some year. We did post up, and we're available to get the full Star Wars Last Jedi panel video posted, and the Avengers Infinity War full D23 Expo panel posted as well. So obviously not the footage, but you can actually see the panel. So we got the Star Wars and Avengers ones up, so you can check those out right now. Doctor Who. If you're a fan of that show, you knew that their current Doctor was leaving the show, and they were going to announce who the official 13th Doctor was today. They did a little video this morning that we did post, and they officially announced that Jodie Whittaker is the new Doctor for the upcoming season on the BBC. So yes, the first ever female Doctor is in the house. In some sad news today, it was just a couple hours ago, it was announced that George A. Romero, iconic filmmaker who did all the zombie movies, Night of the Living Dead, passed away at the age of 77. So very much a horror icon, and he will be missed. So thoughts and prayers to him and his family. Take a quick second for George Romero. All right, and we want to shout out Wonder Woman once again, who just continues to just kick ass at the box office. It dropped just a measly 29% once again this weekend, and has a new total of $380 million domestically and $764 million worldwide. Congratulations, man. Wonder Woman just killing it. And that is the end of our news. So thanks for bearing with us as we get caught up. Let's go on over to our box office and releases, and we'll wrap this baby up. Out on DVD and Blu-ray this Tuesday is going to be Kong Skull Island, The Promise, and Free Fire. Definitely getting Kong Skull Island, man. That was a great movie. In theaters this Friday is Dunkirk, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, and Girls Trip. Here's your box office top 10. Coming in number 10 is The House with 1.8 mil. Number 9, Transformers The Last Night with 2.8 million. Number 8 is Cars 3 with 3.2 million. Number 7 is Wish Upon with 5.6 mil. Number 6 is Wonder Woman with 6.9 million. Number 5 is The Big Sick with 7.6 million. Number 4 is Baby Driver with 8.8 million. Number 3 is Despicable Me 3 with 18.9 million. Number 2 is Spider-Man Homecoming with 45.2 mil. And your number 1 movie is War for the Planet of the Apes with a nice $56.5 million. So it is number 1. It didn't make quite as much money opening weekend as Dawn did, but still a decent opening there for the Apes getting to that number 1 spot. A lot of people thought Spider-Man Homecoming was going to hold on to it, and Apes pulled it out, man. So congratulations, $56.5 million. So that will do it, my friends, for this Sunday, July the 16th, as we wrap up this latest edition of Am I on the Air. Thank you so much for listening. Once again, check out our official webpage at amiontheair.com. Make sure you like us on Facebook at facebook.com/amiontheair. You can follow us on Twitter at amiontheair. Follow me on Twitter at dxdonmega. We are available on iTunes, so download, rate, and subscribe to our iTunes feed. If iTunes isn't your thing, you can definitely find us on Spreaker, on Stitcher, on Google Play Music. We just submitted to possibly get onto Spotify. Fingers crossed there. I hope to God they approve us, because it would be great to be a part of Spotify. So shout out to Spotify. Much love. But we're available there. Tune in. Like I said, on YouTube as well. We're doing lots of big things on YouTube, so please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/amiontheair. Get us on Instagram, and of course, once again, download that Stardust app and follow along with our reviews as we see movies. It's Stardust. Download the app on iOS or Android and follow Don Mega. And, of course, RedDragonsRadio.com is our podcast affiliates, where we stream several different kinds of podcasts on there. So go to RedDragonsRadio.com, and you can listen to us and lots of other things on demand. Thank you so much once again for tuning in and for listening. And until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Red Dragons!
Red Dragons.